Hi friends, log on to my website fastbeam.com and talk to me on the forums. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram.
Hi guys and welcome to another vlog. I am driving a Honda Accord from 2007. Now this is modified a lot. Let's quickly open the engine bay right away, and there it is, the iVTEC, the 2.4 liter motor. And the engine is the real bomb over here, actually, in any Honda car for that matter. Just look at the K&N air filter, massive air filter, draws in a lot of air and gives it a lot of punchy performance as well. And as you can see, it's a carbon fiber treatment on the hood, and it gets a complete body kit, red and black finishing, looks really nice. Aftermarket headlights as well. You get the chrome treatment over here along with the projector light. Get strobes over here, and the car has been lowered massively. I mean, I can't barely put my hand between the body and the wheels. That's how lowered this car is. Beautiful rims on this car, like really amazing looking, and they are cupped wheels. They stand out 235, 40, 18 inches over here. So they also look very nice. In fact, the car sits so low. Just look at it. Isn't it mind-boggling? Tinted windows as well. And over here there's a saying, old Hondas never die, they just get faster. Well, being a VTEC lover, I have to agree with that. Now do I? As you can see, the wheels look really very nice, and this car is so lowered, gets a body kit as well. Have to be really careful over speed breakers. Now at the rear we get dual exhaust along with this strobe light as well. There's a reverse parking camera, the rear parking sensors as well. Mugen power written over here, a subtle spoiler over there. So yes, this car has a lot of eye candy in terms of appearance. It's an absolute magnet of sorts, and from the side it looks mind-boggling, doesn't it? Well, let's get inside the rear seat right away, and we have red colored finishing on the seats. Red finishing. These are red leather seats. There's good amount of legroom and knee room, but under thigh support is lacking. Headroom is also good. Magazine holder over here. Scooped out seat bag. There's a center armrest over here, and you open this, there's space to keep stuff here as well. This is not really working right now at the moment. And there's a light here, there are lights over here. These are aftermarket lights, and actually the seats are quite comfortable, but the beige seat belts don't stand out in what is a red cabin. But then half the door pad is red, half of it is beige, and there's wood treatment here as well. Twin headrest, no headrest for the center passenger. Slightly humped center panel over here, a center tunnel, and as you can see, it gets this different kind of carpets. Now it says autofirium, whatever, my English is so bad. Anyways, let's quickly get into the driver's seat, and this seat is actually child lock. Get out from this side. Yeah, that door isn't working. You can see there's a lot of lightning puddle lights as well. Lights over here in the door pads too. So let's quickly get into the driver's seat, and as you can see, plenty of lights in the door pads. Look at the speakers, they look really nice, and obviously power adjustable driver's seat. We have to open the boot now, don't we? So let's open the boot. We have to pull this to open the boot, and if you push it, the fuel lid will open. Now in the boot, don't expect space over here, because there's a subwoofer sitting over there, which occupies a lot of space, and there's an amplifier as well. Let's see what below it. Okay, the mat is not in the best of condition. It gets a spare wheel with an alloy, but that's the stock size of the vehicle. So let's quickly get into the driver's seat. There's a lot to show you over there. So firstly, it is very lowered. You sit really very low, and this is actually a manual. Yeah, that's right, this is a manual, not an automatic, which is a nice thing. No airbags, we die like real men written over here. There's this cartoon who's moving. I think this is a perfume. Superman badging over here. No auto dimming inside your mirror, and there are lights over here. And I mean, who really cares about all these practical bits? You're an Accord. There is a nice tachometer over here, which gives you a reading in both digital as well as analog readout, although there's already a tachometer over there as well, and you can actually set it. And the steering feels nice to hold. Honda logo has been removed. Mugen logo has been put over here. Steering is quite large as such, and although it doesn't get a touchscreen, it gets an aftermarket touchscreen over here. The audio quality is really very nice. In fact, let me try and play a nice audio for you right away. As you heard, the audio quality is very nice indeed, and this car does feel quite premium and sporty. The steering is heavy, and the overall feel inside the cabin is very nice and premium as well. Let's turn on the air conditioning. Air conditioning is on. Let me increase the blower speed right away because it's kind of hot. It gets a dual zone climate control system, which is a nice touch, and the AC is on full. It makes some noise, but yes, the cabin is just very sporty and sweet. I absolutely love it. I mean, give me a car with a VTEC engine and I would go mad over it. Well, that's the case here as well. Let's quickly get driving. So it gets a reverse parking camera over here that you can see screen may appear reverse. This is the reverse parking camera. Doesn't get adaptive guidelines, but it gets guidelines. And the tachometer is making some noise right now. Let's try and launch this vehicle right away. Some amount of vibration somehow. Now it gets stage 1 clutch plates. Let me turn off the air conditioning. So air conditioning off completely, and we are all set to go. So as you can see, this car this guy is bobbing his head. I think I'm asking, are you giving the beans? He's like, yeah, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. So some amount of vibrations are coming through, but hey. And exhaust is absolutely loud. Red lines like a VTEC should. Goes all the way to 6,500 RPM. Feels really very punchy. Obviously it is a VTEC, and the exhaust sounds really nice as well. As I get hard onto the throttle, yeah, it doesn't rev as fast as a VTEC should. That's because of the exhaust, which kind of reduces the speed of the revs, but it sounds really nice. It actually makes this cracks and pops and whatnot on lift off of the accelerator, but the punch from the motor is absolutely phenomenal. This 2.4 liter engine is such an amazing engine. Get onto the throttle right now. We are in second gear, going all the way. The punch is massive. In fact, 0 to 100 kilometers per hour should come up in under 10 seconds. That's how good the punch from this motor is. In fact, every time I lift off the throttle, it makes this sound from the exhaust, which is pure music to the ears. And every time I get onto the throttle, it simply takes off. There's no lag whatsoever. It just feels so responsive and great. I absolutely adore VTEC engines, and it's not just the 1.5 liter unit. It is also the 2.4 liter unit. Yeah, the 1.2 liter VTEC, I don't like it much because it doesn't have the VTEC soul. This one definitely has it. Alright, this car gets performance clutch plates. It also gets an HKS end can and Mugen headers. That's not all. It also gets performance air filter, and the performance is really very nice. In fact, it feels punchy throughout, has good amount of thrust as well, and most importantly, like a Honda should be, it is extremely refined a motor, which makes it so much fun to drive it. I mean, get onto the gas, there's instant response. The steering is having some amount of slack though, although body roll is very well contained. It does handle very well, and obviously the wider tires work their magic on this car. Get into the throttle. I mean, the engine is so punchy that at any possible RPM, if you get onto the throttle, it will just move ahead. Now, I know many of you will be like, what is the mileage like? I believe it's around 6 to 7 kilometers per liter. Also depends on how you drive it, because with that exhaust, obviously you are going to end up being heavy on your right foot. You can hear the exhaust. It's really very nice. The motor revs so cleanly. I mean, this car has done 150,000 kilometers. It is 11 years old, but the engine feels still so new and like a gem. That's why I love Honda VTECs. I mean, the engines are just phenomenal. Okay, don't look at Formula 1. So there's a slight issue in terms of throttle positioning, because as soon as I get onto the throttle, it doesn't respond, and then all of a sudden it responds very sharply. Yeah, that is one small issue. Otherwise, it is perfecto. I mean, the way this motor revs is just something else. The brakes also offer good amount of stopping power, and these wider tires definitely help in terms of grip. Here we go, hitting the red line, and now we are into second gear. Another Honda. Hard onto the throttle. It is so loud and engaging and so much fun, and the shift light blinks over there and it's making noise. It's not well calibrated because it's showing 8,000 RPM here and 7,000 RPM over here. So yeah, that is one slight issue with that aftermarket tachometer, but my goodness, this car is so much fun to drive, makes all the right noises, and definitely feels so punchy as well. So guys, if you want to buy an old Accord, well, you can go ahead and do that, but remember one thing, getting parts won't be that easy. However, you can get a lot of aftermarket parts as well to make your car stand out amongst the crowd, and this car definitely stands out. It feels so much fun to drive, and from outside it looks like $1 million already. People turn around to see what is this vehicle, what is happening, why is it making so much noise, who is giving it the beans. Well guys, this is the Honda Accord, a legendary car. Unfortunately, it's become softer and softer and softer with every passing generation. So if you like this video, you know what you have to do. Give it a thumbs up, that's a like button, and also subscribe to the channel. I will see you in the next video real soon. Bye bye, and let's just do one rev bomb, shall we? Alrighty, here we go. Yeah. Bye.